and turn those controls over to you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Well, hey, good morning, everyone. It's Monday, and we've only got two more Mondays left before the end of 2017. So we've got the ability this week to go out and design how your week is going to go. It's one of the incredible things about this company and this opportunity is that each and every one of you can create what you can imagine with this company. And you can also create your week. Now, for some of us, that's a blessing. Some of us, that's more of a curse because we are not on point with our time management. And so what I want to encourage you today with is a few things that I've learned that have helped me become a seven-figure income earner in this company, helped me do dozens of real estate transactions now, and allowed me to still have harmony with my life. Many of you know that I'm just going to mute a few people out here. Give me 1 second. I think that will help there. Okay, so I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to do this so I can talk to you guys and write at the same time. Okay, fantastic. All right, here we go. We're back. So many of you guys know that, you know, I'm married. My beautiful wife, Christina, we've been married for 13 years, and we have 4 children. And my kids are 11, 9, 6, and 3. We homeschool. So life is busy. Life is full. And it takes a concerted effort every week to plan and to prepare and then to implement the things that I plan and prepare. And I want to share with you guys some of the things that I've learned about time management and about specifically the end of year planning to lead you into the best 2018 that you can have. So a couple of things that I want to talk to you about is the first concept that I began to learn around developing habits in my life, healthy habits, came from a book called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. It's in our Audible. And The Power of Habit lays out how to set up a new cue. Sorry about that. A new cue, a new routine, and a new reward around the pattern interrupt that you introduce into your life. So for many of you, you know, there's 3 stages of this business. You know, you come in and there's the learn stage, then there's the qualify stage, and then there's the build a team stage, right? So you're learning and you're developing the intrigue. You might not even be an IMA yet. You might be in your 30, 60, 90-day plan, right? And then you are looking to get qualified. And the fastest way to qualification at the 5-star level in this company is through your warm market. So this is who you know and who they know. And the fastest way to qualify at warm market is to build a list and then qualify that list. So an example of the list that I built when I was starting out was I listed the individuals that I knew in my Facebook and my iPhone. I went through and I said, okay, well, who runs a business? Who owns their home? Who has recently gone through a big life change, right? And I just wrote them down. All right, here's Abby, here's Billy. Okay, and I would just I would put a star if they own their business, if they had their home, and if they went through a life change, and if they were interested in real estate investment, right? And the ones with 4 to 5 stars, I would call first, right? And I would use the resources I had available to me when I was beginning to qualify. I would use my 5-star enroller, and I would have him help me. His name happened to be Michael Huggins. And we would call those. And the fastest way to qualification in this business is that warm market list. And we call it a top 25 people on that list. And then as you build the list out, you develop the skills that you need to learn how to do something called an active candidate list. So if you're struggling with certification, make an active candidate list. An active candidate list is really well described in the book Go Pro by Eric Worre. We have that in the Audible account as well. Eric Worre is a master at direct sales and network marketing. We're not a network marketing company, but we are a direct sale company. And an active candidate list is basically everyone you know. You put it down. You get it out of your brain, right? You literally brain dump everything onto a spreadsheet. And then you go through and you filter it, right? Like, because you're not going to sell a combo to your niece, but you put your niece's name down. And then it's everyone they know. So degrees of separation, right? You remember Kevin Bacon, 6 degrees of separation? Everyone they know. And that list should be at least 1,000 names. The average 25-year-old knows at least 200 people within their warm market. And every year past 25, that grows by 10%. So if you are 30, then, 25, that would be at least 300 people that you have in your network. Okay. But where this really comes into play now is with Facebook, right? So the best way to develop this list is just go to Facebook, look at who you know and who they know, reach out to those people. And the way to reach out to those people is one word: intrigue. And intrigue is best delivered in our business through the concept of velocity banking, right? How do you frame it? How do you talk about it? What do you do? Well, you say, I just learned. I just learned. ... And you talk about what you're learning as you're looking to get qualified. Okay? So now you're qualified. And you move into the phase of this business, which is team building. So, team building is, how do you get people started right? How do you set the proper expectations? How do you properly manage your time and prioritize your time so that you can be effective? Because, I have 550 students and affiliates that work with me around the country. And in order to prioritize my time, I give group time and I give individual time, and I focus it on very specific arenas of my life, right? I have a first level of people that work with me that will be qualifying individuals up to me that will pay me $9,500 each. And those get scheduled first into my life and into my calendar. After that is the individuals that need a 30, 60, 90 strategy plan to get started right with my personal time. And then after that is the individuals that need time to review where they're at in their plan and to help move forward, right? And so I schedule my week very carefully, very specifically, and I put the highest priority and highest paid activities first. And then the rest gets scheduled around that. Now, I also specifically schedule in my week around my family. What are the nights, days, times, ballet, taekwondo, picking up, dropping off, all that stuff gets in there because my family is a huge priority to me. And then after that, I schedule in the time for me. So I do something every day that I call the Power Hour. I think I've mentioned this to you guys before, but the Power Hour for me are the 3 E's. The 3 E's are enlightenment. So I read the Word, the Bible, in the morning for spiritual enlightenment, exercise, and education. So at the education, I'll watch some Renata's class, or I'll watch a TED Talk on public speaking, things like that. So I get a lot of my education through Renata's or through YouTube. I like to listen rather than read a ton with a printed book. So I'll actually stretch out and do my stuff in the morning, and I'll be listening to Audible or whatever while I'm in the hot tub that I made. That hot tub was one of the rewards, by the way, that helped me develop this routine. So let's talk about cue, routine, reward. So in order to have a habit, and a habit is defined as something that you do every day. Every day. Every day. Not something you think about, it's something that you do. Well, you need a new cue, a new routine around it, a new reward. So let me give you the example that I implemented to begin to make calls that I really didn't want to make when I first started out in this business. I learned this from Anjanette Mickelson. I didn't like making calls to people I didn't know. I don't know if you've ever felt that or had that same shaky feeling. Well, so have I, John O'Neill, right? So I bought a digital clock, and that clock was something that allowed me to put a quarter in it every time I made a call. And that was my cue. Every time I made a call, an outbound call, I put a quarter in that clock. And that helped me develop a routine of making my pay time phone calls every day. And then my reward for that is that the grande vanilla latte at Starbucks is $4.48. And once this added up to that, then I would reward myself with that coffee. Sounds funny, but it works. And that is what helped me to develop a new pattern and a new habit in my life around making calls. And I've used this principle. And by the way, this book is called The Power of Habit. It's by The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, right? It's in our Audible account. It's also well worth buying and reading for sure. So that is how you begin to develop new routines. The reason I'm bringing this up around prioritizing your time, developing new habits, and getting on point is that you've only got a couple weeks left of 2017. And in order to push through and make 2018 what you need it to be, you need to plan, you need to do, and you need to review. So what I have for you in 2018 is this concept of focus. Okay, I want you to follow one course until successful. And this is applicable in so many areas of your life. So many people get focused, though they get started in Renatus and they're like, I want to do real estate, I want to do multifamily, and I want to build an empire, and I want to be a PAC member, and I want to all these things. Well, I don't want you to do that because it doesn't work. If you chase two rabbits in the woods, chase two rabbits at the same time, you'll catch neither one of them. You will not catch even one. Focus on one rabbit at a time. Catch that rabbit and cuddle him, and don't kill him because bunny rabbits are cute. But focus, seriously. Focus on what you're going to do in 2018. I did a training at Super Saturday on goals and what a goal is. A goal has to be written down. It doesn't even qualify if it's not, right? And I recommend that you do your goals within the roles of your life, right? So write down the roles. I'm a father and a husband. I'm a mentor. Different goals I have in my life, I break down into the categories of who I am. And then I put them in a written place where I can see them and be accountable to them. And then I share them with the people that are close to me in my life. Share them with at least 3 people, the goals that you have laid out for this next year of your life, right? And then the thing that I do is I like to break my goals down into quarters. So first quarter, second quarter, third quarter goals, right? Fourth quarter. And then an overall, look at what is this going to look like in sales? What is it going to look like in the concept of who I am going to be first, what I'm going to do second, and then what am I going to have third? So be, do, and have are goals. I want to be a leader. I want to surf this many times. I want to have, let's see, what's something that I have on my list right now? I want a motorcycle so I can go to Sturgis next year. right? So those are some of the goals and the way that I write them down, in the way that I hold myself accountable to them. So to follow through on this concept of a new pattern, focusing and writing down goals, is to also understand that you're on this journey, right? This is a path, by the way, and there's the mountain. So on this journey to the big win, right? We'll put the big win here at the top of the mountain. Whatever that big win is, maybe that's being a PAC member, maybe that is making 100 grand in your first real estate deal, maybe that is simply being, 5-star qualified. I want you to set up mileposts along the way on your path so that you can have little baby wins that will help motivate you and stimulate you towards continuing on the path, right? And those little baby wins look like someone shows up to an event, right? Somebody buys an essentials. Somebody commits to come to a house tour. You put an offer on a real estate deal, right? These are the wins that will get you over the hump, because every one of you have this big mountain in front of you, and you're rolling this boulder up it, right? And you've got to push that boulder until it gets past the hill. If you stop right here, it will roll back down farther than where you started from. So whatever boulder you're pushing right now, know this: it's developing who you are becoming. Pushing the boulder has a purpose. More than just pushing it over the hill and achieving the goal, it's also developing who you are. It's developing your skill sets. It's expanding your vision, and it's helping you become the person you need to be in order for people to follow you in this company. So keep pushing it. Know that the end of the year, the best close for the end of the year is the tax close. For someone to get the tax benefit, but in 2017, they need to purchase the product in 2017. So they need to start their IMA in 2017. Use that tax close. It's awesome. And then don't forget about incentives. Especially towards the end of the year, incentivizing someone towards a purchase can look like, look, man, if you commit and fund your combo, I will give you a Christmas gift card to Target, right, for $500 as part of your purchase. Things like that you can do. Incentivize people to push them over that decision in 2017 to make this thing happen. And then build up for 2018, focus, prioritize your time, develop new cue, routine, rewards around your scheduling and around who you're becoming. And you'll do it. I know you'll do it. And I'm excited to be on this journey with you. So thank you so much for being with me this morning. It was great to spend some time with all of you guys. I really enjoy, the over 65 of you that are on the line. Congratulations on taking those steps in your business and being committed to your success and your growth. Have a fantastic week, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.